Hey guys, I hope you're doing great tonight. It's been a little while since I posted something on video, so welcome back, baby. Glad you're here. It's about 10:57 in the p.m. I had a great day today. Today was my UT day, University of Tim day, with my sweet daughter Ashley, and she was with me all day long today. I'm a big believer in most of the stuff about missions is really caught and not just taught. You have to actually see it in action and see what we do and see how I say it and see how I make the presentations and see how I interact with partners so that you can actually learn firsthand, what goes on and what happens and how to do it. So I'm glad that Ashley gets to spend at least one day out of the week helping me, kind of get more about handling this. She's actually getting real world experience because she runs the mission at Kensington Station, which is the largest complex in DeKalb County, about 1,200 units. But it's good to be with her old dad too, and of course that makes me happy too, because as the theory says, never too much Ashley, man. So it was great to be with her today. It was a lot of fun. I had a meeting with some of my favorite partners today. Drew Grubbs, who's the director of Youth Outreach United, was at a meeting that I had with some friends of mine from Dunwoody Baptist Church. I can truthfully say that I would not be in Atlanta doing our ministry if it wasn't for Dunwoody. They've been long-term partners. I really love those guys, and I'm glad that we're back together and really working on this, some great stuff together here. It's a wonderful day. Today went over there and we talked with Barb Newman, who is their local missions director, and Mark Paul, who is my treasurer, John Paul's son, who I've worked with for years when he was at First Baptist Conyers. Now he's moved up here to DBC at Dunwoody Baptist Church, and I'm sure he's just going to do a terrific job. And Jeff Reams, who is their missions director for Dunwoody Baptist Church, who took over that position from another good friend of mine, Mike Welchel, who I've known for probably 15 years when he was at the Missionary Learning Center for the International Mission Board up in Richmond, Virginia. Big fan of Mike's too, and I'm really glad to see him today. And also got to see Bill Baggett, who is the senior adults director at DBC and used to be the music director, choir director at First Baptist Doraville, while my father-in-law, Bill Doverspike, was the pastor there. I actually sang in choirs for Bill Baggett, and it was really one of my favorite music guys. I really love that guy, and I was really glad to see him too. So we had a good meeting talking about our program with Youth Outreach United, the interns, and where we're working in these apartment complexes. Basically, the apartment complexes are all places where I've had work for years and years and years. And of course, having these interns from Youth Outreach United really helps us to accelerate the work that's going on. Very exciting partnership with Youth Outreach United. If you remember, Ashley first got into missions working for Youth Outreach United before we snagged her away to work full-time for us here at Whirlwind Missions. Of course, that was she's just done a great job for us. It was a loss for them, but great for us. Ashley and I then went on over to Perimeter Mall, where we did a little shopping for a while, because Dunwoody Baptist Church is right by the mall. And of course, as a dad, I always enjoyed buying a little something for Ashley, and she needed some fall clothes, and we got a few little things, and got her some vitamins. I'm a big believer in vitamins. Do you take a vitamin every day? You should. Get some exercise, do a push-up for Jesus, amen. And so that was a great time. And then we went over to our office at Doraville, First Baptist Church of Doraville, and we did some admin work. I was making some phone calls, trying to get some logistics squared away with Crossroads Church, which is another big partner of mine in Lawrenceville. Great church, very mission-minded church. Really love those guys, and they're big supporters of what we're doing here at Whirlwind. So I need to go over there, and they're going to be helping me do 3 block parties in Lawrenceville on October the 6th. I think that's right. That's Saturday. And so I'm going to take the directors of those who's going to help me at those 3 locations, introduce them to the managers, get them sorted out as to where they're going to do the event, so that we can make it all run smoothly. Then on that Saturday I'll do a briefing for them, and then we'll go out and actually do the event. So that was good. And had to also do some logistics work with our mission at Glenbrook, which is actually closing down. It happens, but we've still got a good relationship with the guys, and we've got an open door there to do special events. Bottom line is, even if they wanted us to stay there, they've got my partners from the girls and boys clubs, or boys and girls clubs, are working over there. Glenbrook was bought out by another management group that owns several other properties on Franklin Road, and they'd been working with Boys and Girls Club. Bottom line is I didn't have the volunteers to help them even if they did let us stay there, so it actually was kind of good because that helped us save face, not having to have an empty apartment with no ministry going on. I hate that. So I think it's all going to work out. We've got some other big complexes opening up off of Delk, which is right around the corner from there. A sister property, Willow Branch, with a good partner of mine, Benedict Camden Works. So we're looking forward to that happening as well. And then after we took care of all the admin work, and Ashley was working on her updates on the maps, which has been a huge project. I don't know if you've looked at all the maps on our website or not, but it's a critical piece of the information pie, and it's difficult to upload and keep all that stuff updated. And Ashley is learning all this new software, which is very sophisticated stuff. It's a pretty hard learning curve that I've thrown at her to try and figure out, but she's doing a great job at it, and slowly but surely we're getting all that stuff together. Then we went over to Azalea to help the kids with their homework. I was real tired after just thinking about it makes me want to start yawning. Sorry, man. Yeah, I had a late night coming in from Villa Rica last night from the Global Impact celebration over at Midway, Macedonia, another great church there in western Georgia. I didn't get home till about 11 o'clock last night, so I get so wired up I have a hard time going to sleep, and then I had to get up and get going. I had a good run this morning, about 4 miles, but the lack of sleep and all that hard exercise kind of catches up with me about 4 or 5 o'clock as I'm working with those kids. It's kind of hard to keep focused. But Ashley was there and helped me out, and we got it all taken care of. So altogether, just a great day, a lot of fun. And all this good stuff is happening because you keep praying for us, checking out the stuff, and listening to what's going on. I really appreciate that. We can't do it without your help. Holding the ropes, man. I love you guys, and even though I don't always get to do a video for you, I always am thinking about you. And you know what? I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.